Welcome back to Allegedly Just The Crust. I'm Dave.
And I'm Sean.
And we're bringing you another episode of some crusty information.
Talking about crusty clouds today.
Ooh, crusty clouds. So yeah, what are we going to talk about today, Dave?
So the subject is going to be cloud seeding in the form of weather modification or geoengineering, as it would probably be more broadly known.
Yeah.
So essentially, we're gonna tell you what it officially is used for.
Okay.
And we're also gonna let you know why they call people conspiracy theorists allegedly. Because
who's a conspiracy theorist?
Well, if you call any of the subject matter we're gonna be detailing today, say chemtrails, CT,
right?
Allegedly CT. Yeah, allegedly CT. So, so basically, that's always been debunked, right? But allegedly,
the frogs were gay.
Somebody alleged that too. It wasn't me, but your tap water is funky. Right?
Mm-hmm. AJ.
Yo, it's all acronyms and easy for cheesy.
Yeah.
Yo, Snoop Dogg could do the best podcast like this.
Yo, Snoop Dogg could do anything. He really can.
Yo, remember when he pretended to quit smoking?
Yeah, it backfired.
Yeah,
he got fucked. The company went under.
Did it?
I don't know actually.
Yo,
allegedly it did.
He probably got his check.
Of course, he got his bag. He's
but
like, I'll do it.
He took a serious photo. He looked all sick. I was like, I don't really care about, I don't know him. I don't care about celebrities. And I care about my fellow man, but, I'm not going to cry. But I thought, it looked like he was sad. He looked like he had, a terminal illness or something.
Bro, he was sad. He had to give up smoking weed.
Or maybe he uses, when he makes a bonfire, it's cheaper for him to use weed as the wood.
Bro.
I know, he never said that.
That's hilarious. But back into clouds and seeding.
Well,
we're going to talk about cloud seeding.
Snoop makes his own clouds.
Yo, you think he changes the weather? He's like a mastermind of all this?
Well,
he's just puffing out huge clouds.
It's possible. Okay.
Okay.
Why did the elites start using weather modification on the population?
Tell me.
Because they figured it was the most subtle way to create a storm of inconvenience, a hail of mistrust, and a lightning strike of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's good.
So the reason we picked this episode today is because Toronto's had no sun this winter. I think you remembered the numbers.
Yeah, it was. I see on I think it was 30 hours. Yeah.
All
30
winter.
hours all winter. Mm-hmm.
And since then,
it's crazy.
That was end of December. Since then, I can guarantee you from personally looking out the window in vain that there has only been a couple of hours max added to that, okay?
Yeah, well, no, we had one good day of sun. It was a solid 8 hours. It was +8. Remember, that was last week, I think.
Yeah, but one day in 60 days.
I mean, you look forward to that one day.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It makes that one day so much better.
I would like to personally thank...
I had to work.
Inside.
Yeah.
But for that one day, I'd like to personally thank our gods and overlords, the elites, the global elites of the world, because
they're... Schwabs.
They're anal Schwab.
Oh.
That's what they did to test people for COVID in China, I think.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Bend over.
Good thing we didn't do
COVID.
So, why do you think Bill Gates became a weather modification expert?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because he heard it was the perfect way to control the windows.
That's a good one.
But yeah, so he's actually been featured at universities. Can't remember the name of the university now. You can Google it. It's the one.
Who's this?
Bill Gates.
Oh, okay.
He's always being featured there. I don't know. He likes it. He funds it, I'm sure, right?
He funds a lot.
Right. So when you're the one funding it, potentially you're the one profiting from it. He's also bought a ton of agricultural land, which is fascinating. So now you literally, the whole world is your little ecosystem, your little sandbox.
Well, he's already, got control of the computer systems and all that kind of stuff. Why not control the food?
So why did Bill Gates join a superhero group as the sun-blocking supervillain then?
Blockman.
Blockman? Because he was the cock block ever? No, it's because he wanted to show everyone that he could excel at being the ultimate shade in the tech world.
Okay.
So according to the official sources, this cloud seeding is generally used for precipitation enhancement, drought mitigation, hail suppression, fog dispersal, snowpack augmentation, wildfire suppression, even though we had a ton of wildfires and they didn't suppress anything.
Bro, are they actually doing any of this?
Heat reduction, crop yield enhancement, and general climate engineering, supposedly.
Okay, so like, that's a lot of things that they're trying to adjust, right? But are they actually making anything better? Because like, you list a lot of things that would have helped us over the summertime, like the mitigation of the rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can either cause rain or prevent rain.
Why are we having the biggest forest fires we've ever had in history, like ruining the air quality across Canada, if they could just fucking make it rain? Pardon my French.
There you go. And this technology is well known. It's been used for years. Apparently other countries,
it doesn't make any sense.
Advanced countries like China can modify like some crazy percentage of their whole weather.
I think it's in Ohio. They have this huge sprayer that sprays like cloud seeding shit. And like down in New York, it'll start fucking raining.
A cool one, if
It's
you want to
crazy.
see a video, was Top Gear. I think it was some NASA thing that Jeremy Clarkson went to.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And it's an inbuilt building in the ground. Like it's above ground, I mean. But
It's like 10 stories high. It's huge.
it's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah,
That was my point, thank you. and it just shoots out all these clouds for a while, right? And in real time, Clarkson shows you that a clear sky turned into rain. He literally stands outside in the rain after.
That's why, man. How are they doing this for us? When did we get a chance to vote? Be like, yo, do you guys want more rain? No.
You want us to block out the sun?
Yes.
No.
Like, when are they gonna fucking allow us to have a say in any of this? The spraying chemicals.
Well, we don't have a democracy anymore, right? We have institutions like the WEF and WHO and whatever acronym you want. We got acronyms on acronyms on acronyms.
Yeah. It's crazy. Have you ever seen hail suppression in action?
I haven't. I mean, how would I know? None of us know what they're doing on any given day up in the sky. But I have read CBC articles, just so you know, we're not pulling this out of our rear ends. And not all of it is allegedly.
Some of it's factual.
Correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've read the articles that it's a big thing in Alberta. Didn't you live in Alberta?
Yeah. I seen it in action. I got a warning on my phone for a tornado warning,
Right.
And then we went outside to look at it because we went outside. The cloud was black, the sky was black, and we're like, oh, we're gonna die. So me and my buddy jump on his truck. We're like, yo, let's at least see what's gonna kill us. Right? And you can see this huge funnel cloud down in the distance.
Storm chasers.
Nah, man, we're drunk, and we're standing on top. We're like, oh man, this is gonna suck. Like, what do we do? We're trying to figure out what to do. Right. And we hear this prop plane coming. Brr, I don't know what a prop plane sounds like. What does a prop plane sound like?
It's propeller, yeah.
Brr, I don't know.
Like a helicopter, but different.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, so it's coming, and it flies right into the funnel cloud, and drop. You can see it like drop some shit, and then like 2 minutes later, the fucking thing is gone. And
the clouds.
The cloud, the tornado
was gone.
I mean, that's a little different than hail suppression. I guess that's like storm suppression in action. But man, I was thankful for that moment that they had that technology.
Reminded me of something else that allegedly happened. Was I think it was on 9/11 that
okay.
I heard. I don't know why this came to my mind.
Let me guess.
That there was
Plane
a
hit a tower.
tornado. No, that's what happened. That's the factual.
That's allegedly what
no,
happened.
that's I don't know. That's but no.
Maybe
Allegedly,
not.
there was also a tornado that seemed to be heading, or a hurricane. Actually, would be a more accurate description.
Yeah.
'Cause it was in the ocean. Tornadoes on land, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, and the weather modifications are global, but since we're filming from Canada, they have specific purposes in specific provinces, for example, and probably regulation is different from place to place. I wonder if they're not shit bombing people with chemicals
all the time.
Somewhere in here. Like, is none of it safe? Is there
Is
weather?
none of it safe? None of it. You're safe, bro. You guys are good.
No, none of it's safe. That's what I meant.
I don't know. It's like you get chemicals from a plane. Whoever's flying it. Then you got Trudeau's plane flying all around. We're just getting dumped on chemicals.
That's why we got to pay a carbon tax.
Right. We got to pay the carbon tax. You got to keep the planes in the air, you know?
If they don't block out the sun, we're all going to die. Obviously.
Yeah.
It's not like the sun.
How else are we going to pay taxes?
Now you got to be taxed. You're taxed on the air. You're taxed for blocking the sun.
Yeah, it's tax on tax on tax, dude.
We
get fucked for taxes in Canada.
Thankfully, Canada has made, eh? That's pretty sad. But anyway, let's not go that dark.
Yeah.
We do get fucked on taxes, but anyway.
Anyways, that's another day.
So apparently, Saskatchewan's weather modification program is includes cloud seeding, and the goal apparently in Saskatchewan is to enhance precipitation and mitigate the impacts of hail on agriculture.
It makes sense. You want the food to grow with a lot of water, right? Not having to pump it. But like, doesn't that fill us full of chemicals in our food? Because what are they using to cloud these seeds?
It's vitamins.
Or cloud these skies.
They're spraying us with vitamins.
Seeds on seeds.
Be optimistic. It's vitamins. It's silver, bro. You're gonna be shiny.
Oh, glistening.
Silver iodide,
Yo,
potassium
get me
iodide.
all bricked up.
There's
Give me some bricks of silver.
There's
dude.
some aluminum in there, but the conspiracy theories go
Aluminium.
super deep, and depending on your field of expertise, you would have a different takeaway. So apparently, in nutrition, and we know these guys love engineering everything, not just the weather, but genetic engineering. We've been eating GMO food for a long time now, and so seeds have a natural sort of sweet spot for growing, right?
Okay.
That's why we've determined the growing season, how much water a certain plant needs.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
What will be So the funny thing is, if they're dropping aluminum out of the sky, aluminum's acidic, if I'm not mistaken. They could be dropping other shit. How are you gonna know? They could drop.
They're not just dropping bricks of aluminum out of the sky, dude.
No, but
it's definitely other shit in it for sure.
Right, but things bioaccumulate anyway. So if the soil eventually was to be made more acidic,
right,
it's
harder to grow crops.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense then. So they're just us.
Who knows? That was just one thing that was alleged, in the agriculture field.
Yeah.
So precipitation enhancement, increased rainfall. Cloud seeding is often explored as a means to increase rainfall in arid regions by introducing substances like silver iodide or potassium iodide into the clouds. Water droplets may coalesce and form larger droplets, increasing precipitation.
Yeah, I mean, maybe their heart's there, but they're just straight it up,
I mean, couldn't you do it both ways, eh? If you have the
there's
control,
no way. How can you do it
well,
both
if they
ways?
have the control to make it rain, and you just told me they had the control, or you saw this thing happen, that you could make it not rain. And in fact, I saw this really trivial, funny website saying that they could make it not rain on your wedding day. Can you imagine that? I think the price tag was like $1 million, or maybe it was
$100K.
100K.
It was $100K. That's insane. Yo, who the is spending $100K to make the weather stop? Plus your wedding.
People spend enough on the wedding,
Yeah,
so it's ridiculous.
So. Royalty. Like, come on, dude. I guess.
Or what if it's a scam? I think we agreed on that we should have started that business as a scam.
We should start it with the same name but with an S.
Yeah. So, you know how many businesses do that? You know how many businesses do that? It's very terrible. Yeah. But if they're scamming people, because we could just say we're gonna make it not rain.
Yeah, just make a refund.
Full refund if it rains.
You gotta. I wonder how many days a year rain, and it's just odds.
Yeah.
Degenerate, baby. Gotta keep the gambling going.
Gambling is human nature, right? I think you told me another story though about hail.
Oh,
where you're on your motorcycle.
Yeah. I was riding my motorcycle, and again, black skies. Alberta, what's the saying? If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Because the weather rolls in like crazy in Alberta, and so I'm riding my bike. I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna rain pretty hard. So I stopped on the underpass, lit up a cigarette, chilled out for a bit.
Good call.
Good call, because man, they must have been like golf ball to baseball size hail.
Wow, bigger
Dude,
than
to
golf
stop
balls.
traffic,
Bigger than golf balls.
Yeah. Golf ball to maybe smaller than a baseball, but it was insane. Cars were breaking their windshields.
So if
There
you
were
were
some
cruising,
accidents.
if you were cruising along at like 100, kilometers an hour, it's pretty conservative for a motorcycle.
Yeah, for sure.
And the hail's falling. Jeez.
Yeah, man, you would got messed up. And I mean, it's not fun. Where was their hail suppression there? They were trying to kill me, dude. I thought I was working for the FBI. They trying to kill me. I know too much,
That reminded me of another.
A slithering snake. A slithering snake.
There's a lot of slithering snakes in the damn grass.
They just trying to come up and bite you.
So I mean, this was my bigger point, right? Is like, so we're paying taxes. It's a climate tax, basically, because apparently we've irreparably screwed the climate, which is allegedly the same reason that
doesn't make sense.
That they're doing this very efficacious, helpful practice of cloud seeding and blocking out the sun.
Yeah.
But it's like, doesn't it also have the equal and opposing power? So if you can make it, if blocking the sun makes it cooler, because I don't know,
like how cool
it was
we talking
warming.
about?
It was warming before. Now it's cooling.
Like cool.
Not as cool as us.
You're cool, man.
Nobody's as cool.
Blocking the sun. You cool,
Nobody's
man.
cool like
Okay,
this.
chill out.
But that's my point, is that if you can artificially induce the weather, who's to say that you're not artificially inducing it to produce the results that you desire, so you can tax the fuck out of me to death?
Do you think they just like sit in a room and they're like, let's make it rain in China. Let's flood these mother. Let's make it hail in Alberta.
I had the notes before, and it talked about the guy who invented it. They've been doing it since like the 1940s or maybe earlier.
With HARP, right?
Oh, that's another story. We should have researched that for this. But you know what? Allegedly, HARP exists, but it's only for good things, I understand.
Apparently, yeah.
Allegedly. So,
tsunamis.
So what it was they've been doing weather modification for that long.
Okay.
And
how long have they been? You said since the 80s?
No, it was since like the 40s, right?
No way, bro. Wait, they got time machines too?
No, it was discovered by a guy that you could physically, artificially influence it, right? So
that's pretty wild. That's going. How did they? Okay, how are these guys figuring this shit back in the 40s?
Honestly, this one's gonna be a real alleged. This one's gonna be a real alleged on my part, because I really cannot remember when or where I read the other thing. I like to read. I like to research, but my brain is not.
Okay. You can't know everything.
Right.
You're not Elon Musk hooked up to the brain with the
Mega Mind.
What was that thing called?
The Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink.
You're making me remember too many things. I can't remember anything. But what it was is, what are the negative health effects of this? Right? Mm-hmm. So there's got to be negative effects on the planet, number one. We haven't even got into that.
Aluminum's a heavy metal. That can't be good for you.
Yeah, and apparently the silver iodide, in the studies, they'd like to tell you how safe it is and how it's being released at a safe concentration. But we know heavy metals are bioaccumulative in the fatty tissue of the body. Good luck getting any heavy metal out of your brain when it passes the blood-brain barrier.
I'm screwed. I'm just gonna turn into like a metal man.
No, they want to lower. They want to lower our IQs, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, heavy metals, we should be removing them, not adding them. But some of the concerns to humans, immediate concerns, were respiratory issues. Because you got to breathe the air, skin irritation,
psoriasis,
and even gastrointestinal problems.
Shitting my life away. Yeah.
So yeah, it says, according to several reports, artificial rain might eventually change climate patterns if not regulated and controlled properly, right?
Yeah, this is like the biggest, not the biggest thing, but this is a big topic for, the U.S. right now is weather, and what's that guy's name?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
They're always just trying to tell us what to do. What happened to just letting people live, dude?
Well,
why are they trying to control all of us all the time? Everything we do. Censorship. Bro, I feel like we can't even live anymore.
Until
What is going on?
Not enough of us can die until those few become immortal. And then all of us can die.
Dude, I went the other day to get a BlackBerry. Because I'm like, I miss the keyboard. Right?
So cool.
Blackberries, right? So,
thing.
they won't even set it up anymore. They're like, nah. We got 5G now. We know how to control your brain and your nuts.
And track you every second through the walls.
That's it. You can't scroll through Instagram on a BlackBerry, so we're not going to give you any phone line.
That's a funny segue, right? We have to take our power back in a certain way, and I think it would be really powerful. I mean, people just love their shiny shit, right? But it's like you could literally start using Linux, and the amount of money you would take away from these tech billionaires, because to say that they're not in on it.
What, Linux is a free program?
Yeah, Linux is what everything else is built on, and it's basically an open source platform.
Right.
It's not as user friendly as the issue, but at the same time, it's come a long way to 2024.
Right.
A lot of things people really use and love, like programs like Mozilla, the Firefox, or I'm pretty sure most other operating systems are based on Linux, right?
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
So it's like, if only,
sorcery, dude.
A lot of people, it's all crazy. If a lot of people don't want to, watch something like this, and then, I'm not trying to change your life. But the reality is, at what point of you getting screwed over left, right, and center, are you going to push back at all? I'm not advocating for violence, right? But I'm just saying, how little fight is there in the human population that all there is sex and drugs and, guns are to kill each other, right? So here's my point. Make something. Plant a garden. Use Linux. You know what I mean?
I mean, there is a fight. People have a fight right now, but the fight is so misdirected. It's unbelievable. So at work, they have this brand, and it's called Violent Gentlemen. Okay? Great. Hockey. Violent Gentlemen. Goes together. Bro, there's people trying to get it removed from the company. I'm like...
Toxic masculinity.
My boss was telling me about it today. I'm like, dude, do people not have anything better to do than pick on some little brand? Like, I'm not vouching for I don't know who they are. I don't give a shit. But, like, just the idea that someone is trying to make an uproar. If you don't like it, don't look at it. It's that easy. But you're going to fight about that, but not fight about your freedom to choose?
Where's the real democracy?
Figure it out, people.
Where's the real democracy?
Alex Jones. Look him up.
I think Joe Rogan said he used to like falling asleep listening to Alex Jones. He's getting programmed while you sleep.
That's insane.
But I mean, honestly, these people don't like you. And it's sad because you idolize them to a point that you don't even realize. You support them. You fund them. We are the power, right? Yeah. You don't even have to fight the power. You just have to acknowledge your own power. Mm-hmm. And then if you want what's best for you and for your family, like we all should. I remember during the pandemic telling people, how many of my friends, my circle, right? And even the occasional coworker, because who cares,
Okay.
Because grow a pair, you don't care enough about like the future of your kids and whatever. You don't see how this is all to induce control. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you think about how people's attention span is today, they've been engineering us to lose attention. Like, I showed you that video I made earlier. It was 10 minutes long, and I was finding a hard time to be like, actually pay attention to a 1 minute long skit or something. They've been doing this to us for a long time. Talk about engineering. They're engineering our minds.
Social engineers.
Yeah, it's insane. We're fucked. It's fried.
You can't just give up.
That's why I like fried chicken, man. Fry my brain, I'm eating fried chicken.
At the end of the day, it's what pushes a man. What is your breaking point? Or maybe you're so lulled into your sleep, or you're like George Carlin said, we're fat and prosperous or whatever, and that's why we're complacent. Mm-hmm. But when the pandemic hit, for example, and maybe this is because of my background as a nutritionist, because if you want the truth, you have to read. And it's like, if you would only imagine how much they don't want you to read. And you can read whatever you want. I read till my eyes bleed, okay?
Do you?
Busta Rhymes. But, I'm pretty sure I'm losing vision from how much I read, because I want to know shit.
You should see the stack of this guy's books. They're like...
No, I mean, I
stories
have quite a few nutrition books, and I pride myself on that. But unfortunately, we've moved from books. So I read medical journals, I read news articles, I read, I don't know.
Do you think they move shit online so eventually they can just erase it?
That's a good point. Valid point. So read it before it's gone, because I've seen that happen.
Print it before it's gone.
But
Then you always have it.
anything you read will take you down a rabbit hole, and if you understand that they want you to live in a world that's like Idiocracy, you'll understand why it's
Great movie.
difficult to do what I'm telling you. So, like, even when it comes to cars and gasoline, I'm not as big of a car guy as you. I love cars, but
No, love cars.
definitely don't know as much about cars as you. But I found that with other people too, and I tell them you should put 91 in your car because it doesn't use the corn bioethanol.
Yes and no.
Well, the ethanol pools water
It's
into
about
your fuel
octane.
system.
It's about octane.
But the ethanol is
Yeah.
present in the gas, 10 to
It's
15%, pools water
Yeah,
into
but
your fuel system.
The 93 is 93 octane, which helps with like the burning of the fuel, right? And if you're running a boot, I'm not gonna. Okay, what am I doing? It's not a car show. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
But they are growing that corn for the climate.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The government is growing corn
Yeah.
to make biofuel, and it
Right.
mandated that gas stations carry X amount. I know that,
10% ethanol. Yeah.
yeah, the company that looks like a seashell is
You literally said his name.
seashell.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not. Hey, it's good advertising for them because I want to understand what the hell is going on and what effect it has on my car. Because when I'm getting screwed by the mechanic, or when my stuff doesn't last as long as it should, I'd like to understand why. So I know that company I mentioned in their premium gas, 91 and 93, is 100% gasoline.
Okay.
Whereas their cheap grade has the ethanol. Every other gas station, all the way up to 93, has it. So I get your point about octane and 93, right? But anyway, it does tie into the climate a little bit.
do remember, this. I met this German dude that drove a Volkswagen, obviously, and I'm like, man, why is this? It was a 91 Jetta, and I was looking at it. I'm like, why does this smell like fries? He's like, because I switched it to burning on vegetable oil. I was like,
That's amazing.
yo,
Actually,
I was like 90 years old, bro.
That's the best nutrition point to be made. That originally vegetable oil, I think, was made for cars because it has all kinds of solvents like hexane for the extraction of the oil.
Okay. Really?
And you ever drive behind a bus and get a nice smell?
No.
You've never had that experience in cars?
Never once.
So
I'm driving too fast to be caught behind anything, bro. Come on, man. I ain't driving behind no goddamn bus. I'm driving, baby. Get the fuck out of here. Gotcha, dude.
But anyways, the buses are using the vegetable oil just like your buddy.
Yeah. Well, he's not my buddy. I just met. It was some random dude in the parking lot.
That's pretty cool.
Man. But I think that's where we should cut it off today.
Sounds good.
It was a good episode, and we'll see you guys next week.